we have many, many of these energy centers. You can debate all day how many. But for me, at least in my experience, is the major ones, call them the big seven. And there's ones below us, they're above us. We don't have to get into that. It is fun though. But the big seven are the root, the sacral, the power center, the heart center, the throat, the third eye, first eye, however you want to look at it, and the crown. So you can think of it as an energy highway. And these energy centers interact with one another. And what happens to one energy center can affect all of them. It's a living, breathing, moving system. It's nothing about it is static. Nothing about it is set in stone. It is constantly shifting as you are constantly shifting. So there's an opportunity for us in our day-to-day lives to become our own energy workers, to become our own energy healers. And I think this is an incredibly powerful, empowering concept because you hold all of that wisdom within you, and it will be revealed through you as you dive into your energetic constitution. And so energy centers are a great way in. This is also why we focus on it quite a bit in SoulPod. Each journey is going to help you unlock a different energy center, depending on what you get paired with. The one concept about energy centers that is really helpful is to think of them as this bridge between the physical and the non-physical, between the linear and the non-linear. They're your interactive, constantly shifting bridge. And you can optimize these bridges, this bridge, by doing your own energy work, by meditation, breath work, spiritual practices. You'll start to unlock and unblock these energetic roads. And as you do this, you can think of it like a flashlight that's behind a dark piece of paper, and there's just a little hole in the paper. And so when you shine the flashlight behind that piece of paper, only that little bit of light is getting out, right? Now, as you make that hole bigger, more and more light can flow through that paper. I think of it the same way with this spiritual work. It's not that the light isn't already moving through your energy centers. It is. But what you're doing is allowing more to flow. And as you allow more to flow, you're increasing your perspective, you're increasing your mental, emotional, physical abilities because you have more life force flowing through you. So to be a conscious steward of this process is one of the most exciting, powerful experiences I think you can have. That's why I do what I do. So let's say that this energy has moved or is interacting with your power center. In my experience, you have a mental reaction to that particular center getting infused with more light, more life force. Mentally, maybe I'm experiencing some sort of challenge around how. I think for me, one of the themes was courage. Are you ready to take this next step, truly? And I was mentally being challenged at that point. There's certain themes with different energy centers where this mental interaction can come up. Emotionally, maybe I'm feeling something around worthiness, or I'm feeling this incredible surge of energy, this doing energy. Physically, maybe I'm feeling a little nauseous because one thing I learned, and I'm really happy to share because it took me a long time to get to the bottom of it. When an energy center is being flooded, the physical experience is related to the nerves in that area being overactivated. So, in my personal opinion, given these experiences, if, let's say, the root center is being activated, and this is what typically starts a awakening experience, which is always constantly shifting and changing. You never get it done. It's never completed. We're always awakening. But when that center gets activated, you could have feelings in the pelvic region as far as sensitivities start to come up. But this is because that energy center's energy, you can think of it as bleeding out, not actually bleeding, but moving, blending out into the nerves around that energy center. Same as though if it's interacting with your solar plexus, for me, I start to get a little bit of nausea coming in because those nerves are being overactivated. And so if you're moving through something like this, one thing that's really helpful to remember is just to allow the physical experience, because for us, we can get distracted by the physical reaction of more energy, more life force flowing into our system. And so if I were to get distracted by the nausea, then I would maybe lose the experience, which is okay. I've been there, done that. It's okay. But if you lean into the experience and you welcome you're like, oh, hello, nausea. Welcome to my experience. Then you may find the next opening is easier for you, or more accessible is a good way to think about it.